Happy New Year, guys. How are you doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
Great, man. Happy New Year. Welcome to 26. How are you?
Well, I'm about as bad as I was in 25. I'm trying to get better.
Yeah, we all are.
New year, new opportunities, fresh start. You
right.
can start again, Steve.
Now we're going to start again.
Start over.
Well, so that's a great point, guys. Of course, we're talking about Allon Planning Partners. So as we go into 2026, what are some things to think about right now?
Well, as we walk into 26, we spend a lot of time. We've been here with you guys for a few years now, and we lead from education. Whether we teach workshops or we teach seminars in the community, or we're on TV or radio, we want folks to understand and have knowledge of how to make changes in their life. But as we're looking into this new year, we realize that knowledge without action really is just frustration. Is because I know I'm not supposed to eat fried food all the time, right? I know I'm supposed to be in the gym so many times a week, but knowing it's not enough. I actually have to follow through and do it.
Right.
And so we want to encourage folks, now's the time to take action. So we're going to give you a list of things that is some knowledge for you, but we don't want you just to say, oh, well, that's a good knowledge and stuff it behind the back drawer. Well, we'll be talking about this in 27 like we are 26. Right. So let's go ahead and put some action to it. And so we want to talk a few things and give you a little bit of knowledge of here's some places you can start to take some action.
Yeah,
steps.
so if knowledge without action equals frustration, knowledge plus action actually produces lasting change. Mm-hmm. And that is what we want to talk about today, how to actually do that. Put some movement behind the good intentions or the good thoughts and plans for the new year. So we all start out really excited in 2026, right? Like we've got big plans. It's going to be good. I'm going to make some healthy changes. And it's no difference when we look at our finances, our financial situations. There's probably things maybe to pay down debt or to save more or put more away or prepare for retirement. So when we're looking at these things, there's a lot of things just to, again, we're going to list off some things here, but don't just let it kind of roll off your back. Oh yeah, great knowledge, whatever. No, allow it to really put some action behind it. May it light a fire under you to actually say, you know what? I can't experience change without actually moving forward and putting some intention behind some of these concepts. So don't just know it here, don't just know it in your head or hear it, but actually apply it. So things like maximizing your contributions to IRAs or 401ks, if you're in the education field, 403Bs, or in nonprofit organizations, utilize those savings vehicles, maximize those, however much you are able to put away in those. Put that away.
There's been an increase this year.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. For those of you who are over 50, you actually can contribute more to those accounts than those of us under 50. So you have added benefit to being able to save more and put more away tax deferred.
In those accounts, you can actually, if you're over 50, put away about $32,500 in those accounts tax deferred. So think about
into 401ks,
cutting down your check you're having to pay to Uncle Sam, right? That's what we're trying to do. So make sure you're maximizing these retirement accounts as much as possible, right? And how do we do that? Well, we review our spending patterns for last year. Yep. We have to see what worked and what didn't. I don't know how your spending plan or your diet plan, I know what mine looked like last year, and it's not great. So as far as the dieting goes, I got to figure that out a little bit better. But I will tell you, as you review it, you have to say, hey, this worked, this didn't. How can I adjust what I'm spending this year to make sure I'm putting away for my future self more securely this year? Yeah. So year over year, how's your spending plan working?
Yeah, and a big step we could take here too is shifting some allocation strategies or reviewing your allocation strategies. For those of you who do have IRAs or 401ks, Roth accounts, 403Bs, how are those dollars actually invested? Do you know how they're working for you, how much risk you're taking with those, and if you are appropriately allocated for the phase of life that you're in? Now is a great time to take a look at that, beginning the new year, making some tweaks to that, sitting down with someone like us, independent fiduciary advisors who sit on the same side of the table as you, who are actually working for you, not an insurance company, not a brokerage firm, not anyone but you as our client, and setting a proper allocation in place. Again, action behind the knowledge, not just hearing it, oh, that sounds great, wonderful. No, let's take some action and move forward to actually help you reach and obtain those goals that you have in your minds for 2026.
And two more things really quickly. We want to make sure you're tax planning now, not waiting until April. Because, you know, a lot of times, and we talked about this starting in the fall, I mean, you should always be tax planning, right? Because you know, if you wait till April, you're just going to be tax paying. There's nothing much we can plan for at that point. But if we are starting the process now and talking through how do we save you dollars in taxes starting at the beginning of the year, even if we can't fully maximize that between now and April, by next April, you should see a big decrease in your tax bill. And so we want to help you tax plan now instead of just tax paying in April. That's what we want to help. So that's some action that you really have to step into wholeheartedly. The other thing is reviewing your allocations, because we're another year older now. It's been another year since we've maybe looked at how we're positioned in the market. We're another year closer, hopefully, to retirement or to utilizing some of these funds.
Oh, Bridget is. I think you agree with that.
We're all staying young, but she may
She got one
not
foot out the door.
quite.
Yeah, well,
I think
you know,
we all in the same boat here. I think we're all
we're all
growing
1 year closer, hopefully.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
we need to make sure that we are positioned to reflect that. And so, how are we positioned to take advantage of the growth? What's the macroeconomics of the market look like? And that's where, like Brittany said, we sat down, and you don't have to figure this out yourself. We want to help you put legs to these plans and make sure that you put action behind it so that you get to a better place in the new year and not sitting here going, well, I thought I was on the right treadmill, but it wasn't working the way I thought it was. And you know, hindsight's 20/20, but let's go ahead and utilize some of the knowledge that we've gained from meeting and helping hundreds of families, hopefully just like the ones listening today, so that they can get on the right track without having to learn the same mistakes, experience them personally.
Yep.
And so let us help you put action to your plan today. And that's what we wanted to come in and say. Let's not just give you a lot of knowledge. Let's help put a plan to back that up.
You're dropping knowledge, as they said, the kids say. Anyway,
Mikey.
how do people get a hold of you down there at Allon Planning Partners?
Yep, you can reach out to us directly at 423-315-1441. Of course, you can always check out our website as well, allonplanning.com. That's ALLON planning.com. We have all kinds of resources, educational tools. We have a YouTube channel with videos and shorts and all kinds of things on different topics to help educate and resource you. So feel free to reach out. Again, 423-315-1441.
Our friends at Allon Planning Partners, our longtime and dear friends, Jay and Brittany Hagee. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, my friend.
Happy
Good to
New
see
Year.
you. We'll come right back, but now this.
Investment advisory services are offered through Foundations Investment Advisors, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. The content provided is intended for informational and educational purposes only. The views, statements, and opinions expressed herein are those of the individual speakers and not necessarily those of Foundations and its affiliates. The information contained herein does not constitute an offer to sell any securities or represent an express or implied opinion or endorsement of any specific investment opportunity, offering, or issuer. Any discussion of performance or returns is not indicative of future results. Each individual investor's situation is different, and any ideas provided may not be appropriate for your particular circumstances. Foundations only transacts business in states where it is properly registered or is excluded or exempted from registration requirements. Registration as an investment advisor is not an endorsement of the firm by securities regulators and does not mean the advisor has achieved a specific level of skill or ability. No legal or tax advice is provided. Always consult with a tax professional. All rights reserved.
Finding your why starts by making